Hi, everybody. I've been meaning to make this video for a little while too, particularly around commercial property in Australia, the renting of commercial property for office space for one of my businesses I'm involved in. We started a business back in 2019 prior to COVID, and we were one of the first businesses that I knew of that started and remained without an office for about 2.5 years, almost 3 years actually. And I was all willing to stick with that and never have an office, but we ended up with quite a few staff, say a few, about 9 or 10 in total. And actually, we realised, and the team realised, that having a physical office space was really beneficial for the team, particularly once or twice a week at least, as well as for clients being able to come in and business partners and things like that. So, anyway, long story short, a few years ago, we committed to an office lease in Sydney, in the city, in the CBD. And it was bloody expensive. It was a small room in Spaces, which is like a WeWork in Sydney. It had about 10 desks, I think. It was decent size. It had a little sitting area and a meeting table and a load of desks. All the other stuff, air conditioning, lights, blah, blah. It was a nice office. It cost about $15,000 a month, that office. So do the maths. That's 180 grand a year. Crazy money. Personally, I didn't think it was worth it, although the staff and our managing director and the team thought it was. So we had that office for 2 years, and we spent 180 grand a year on using it. Anyway, the lease came up for renewal in, I think it was June this year, about 3 or 4 months ago, and we pulled out. We decided that it wasn't worth 15 grand a month. And we didn't know what we were going to do next, but we decided we didn't want to stay there. So we pulled out, we moved all our stuff out and we put everything into storage. The point being that, I don't use the office. I'm not based in Sydney. It's not my benefit. So, I'm running the finances of the business. So I was quite happy that we were saving some cash for a while, but the team were missing it. They really need the actual space. And I really appreciate that. Of course they do. They need to be together. We had to work together and spend time physically in each other's space, which is really important. So the reason I made this video is because the last few months, myself and my management team have been looking into securing a new office. And what I've realised certainly in the last 6 months, but probably in the last year, 18 months as well, is that the cost of commercial properties has come down massively in terms of cost of renting them. Now, I've not looked into the prices of buying them or investing in them, but from what I can tell, the whole sector is pretty screwed compared to where it used to be prior to COVID, for the obvious reasons that a lot of people now are just not using offices. I mean, they are, but not to the extent that we did before 5-6 years ago, when everyone was in an office all day, every day, 5 days a week. It seems now that the prices of renting these spaces, are way less than they ever were before. The market has dropped. And these companies that need to secure these leases to get revenue in for the buildings that they own, or the equity firms that own these buildings, the prices are coming down. There's not many things in the world, particularly in Australia, but anywhere at the moment, that are coming down in price. I mean, hardly anything. TVs, right? Flat screen TVs, but deflation in the world is very, very rare at the moment. Apart from the things that they want to deflate in price, right? But everything else is going up, 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 as we know. So I thought I was quite intrigued. The fact that our old office cost us 15 grand a month, and then we were looking at offices in a similar area, not right in the centre of the CBD, but actually I think the one we ended up with is quite close to the centre. I think it's on George Street. If you know Sydney, it's pretty central. Anyway, it's not 15 grand. I mean, it's not even 10 grand. I think the first place we looked at was like 7 or 8 grand a month, which is almost a 50% saving. Bearing in mind that the place we was in is still 15 grand a month at Spaces, so I don't know how they're getting on. But the market overall has turned massively, which is a relief. I mean, it's great. If it hadn't turned like this, I'm not sure we would have secured a new office so soon. But we have secured one. We're moving into it in November. And yeah, I think my point being here is, if you're a business owner, and you're either looking at, renewing your office lease, before you do that, you should look around and shop around and even negotiate with the people that you're currently with, or look to move offices and save a shed load of money. Or if you've started a business recently in the last few years, you've never had an office and you think it could help improve company culture and all that kind of stuff, and working dynamics, then now's the time to look, because they're cheaper than ever, is all I would say. The last thing I want to mention is, for all the investors out there, whether it's in your super, or in your business itself, or your personal investments into property. From what I can tell, and I'm no property investor necessarily, but I would not be putting any of my money or my company's money into commercial property right now in Australia. I definitely wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't be doing it anywhere in the world. I've heard a similar thing in America. Apparently, it's even worse over there at the moment. So that's not something I would be doing. If you've got super invested in commercial property, it might be time to look at changing it up. You know, I don't think the future of growth is in commercial properties and people go into offices. I think, if anything, that's going to drop off, and there's going to be more of this, more digital. And the time that people do spend in physical spaces is going to be premeditated, planned, and planned to be useful the time it's there. Anyway, that's it for me. I just wanted to get all that out, and let you know my thoughts on it. Maybe put some comments in the comments if you've got any thoughts to say. But other than that, I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys. See ya.